Industrial Talk is brought to you by Palo Alto Networks. You've heard me talk about my friends at Palo Alto Networks, Zero Trust OT Security, delivering a comprehensive security solution for all OT assets, networks, and remote operations. But did you know that the Palo Alto Networks solution provides over 1,100 app IDs for OT protocols, over 500 profiles for critical OT assets, and over 650 OT-specific threat signatures? Now that's best-in-class security delivered. Learn more about Palo Alto Networks' Zero Trust OT security solutions and how you can achieve 351% ROI over 5 years. Learn more about the Palo Alto Networks solution by going out to paloaltonetworks.com. That's paloaltonetworks.com.
Welcome to the Industrial Talk Podcast with Scott McKenzie. Scott is a passionate industry professional dedicated to transferring cutting-edge, industry-focused innovations and trends while highlighting the men and women who keep the world moving. So put on your hard hat, grab your work boots, and let's go.
All right, once again, thank you very much for joining Industrial Talk, and thank you for your continued support of a platform, an ecosystem that is dedicated to industrial professionals all around the world, because you're bold, you are brave, you dare greatly, you innovate, you solve problems, and therefore you make the world a better place. Take that to the bank, and thank you very much for your continued support. We are broadcasting from SMRP. That's SMRP 31. That means they've had 31 of these things. And now next year is going to be 32. And you're going to have to put that on your calendar if you're not here at 31. If you're out here on 31, you can go to 32. No problem. They'll let you attend. And if you are interested in being a part of the reliability world, the asset management world, the maintenance world, smrp.org should be your first stop. And get engaged, because they have symposiums, they have conferences like this and others. So, and you get to meet people. You get to meet great people like Stacey Jones. ABB is in the house. So let's get cracking. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being a part of this conversation, because you have a story to tell.
Yes.
A cool story to tell.
Yeah, I think this might actually be the first conference for ABB, SMRP conference for ABB, so it's pretty huge.
It is. Yeah. I don't remember you being there. I've been at a couple of them, and I don't remember ABB.
Yeah.
Why did ABB decided to come on over here?
Well, ABB is very broad in terms of what they offer to the market. We're best known for being the world's leader in automation and DCS systems, but when you have access to the majority of our customers' data, then the next logical step is how do we do more with that data, and that's where asset performance management comes in. And so we're here really to announce that ABB has got a fantastic asset performance management solution. We've been at it for many decades, but we're really starting to consolidate those little tiny solutions into big ones. And then we're actually presenting later today at the Innovation Lab to our customers about how do you take your next logical step with advanced analytics, with asset performance management? Because I think there's a lot of buzz around ChatGPT and AI.
You think?
You think, yeah, I was going to say. But there's not a lot of adoption. And so it's about how do you really start to take practical steps to create a sustainable system and something that we can really use for the long haul.
Before we get into the conversation, because definitely ABB has the street cred, the recognition, the brand recognition, no doubt about that. Yeah. Give us a little background on who Stacy is. Okay,
so at ABB, Stacy is the global portfolio manager for asset performance management. I actually sit in the energy... Global, yes.
Oh, that's big.
That's big.
I want to go for the universe. Go ahead.
I sit in the energy group, but we also have a process industries section as well that handles those customers. So that's me at ABB. Prior to ABB, I've almost got 2 decades of experience in providing digital software solutions to the process industries, helping them use technology to improve their overall asset performance.
Street cred. That's what you have street cred, serious street cred. So let's talk a little bit about now, because ABB, see, sounds like I stutter, ABB. Anyway, been around for a long time.
Yes.
Massive company, incredible solutions. Don't get me wrong. Now, all of a sudden, you're seeing that here's this data analytics, this push. Explain to us a little bit about that focus. What are we trying to do?
I think the evolution of reliability, we've gone from even reactive maintenance all the way up to risk-based inspection and risk-based maintenance practices in terms of moving from reactive now into more of a planned fashion. But in that planned fashion, we still didn't know where to prioritize today. And so we've started to expand into using real data to understand the health of our assets so that you can make decisions today or at your weekly meeting. And it doesn't have to be based on statistically when that piece of equipment fails. We can really use live data to monitor asset health and make decisions in real time.
So you're saying I'm collecting data, but I can see it real time.
Yep.
On a particular asset, or do I consolidate? It's still, I need to see my tactical approach, because we're talking tactics. We're not talking strategic in the sense if I'm looking at it today. Mm-hmm. So that's tactics. How do you do that? Because typically I'm always going to plan. Everybody's planning. How do I do that?
Well, that's a difficult question to answer, but most failure modes have some sort of age-related propagation, or it happens over time. So even if, say, your vibration starts to trend up, you don't necessarily have to act today. It may be that you need to pull that particular asset into your next major turnaround or into your next small little pit stop. And so it's about using the information in the two ways that you just said. Tactically, do you have a major problem that you need to shut down now to avoid some sort of safety or environmental issue? Or there's some sort of asset or group of assets that are trending in the wrong direction that you can potentially put into the next turnaround and save yourself some unplanned downtime.
With that said,
mm-hmm.
That sounds like a dashboard of some sort.
For sure.
Red, bad, yellow.
You got it.
Green, good.
That's right. That's right. And twofold. Not only do you want to know red, yellow, and green, but then once you know the states, you also want to understand what kind of maintenance is coming up, how can you group that together, historically, how many times has this asset failed, and so it's really about giving not only the real-time data, but also the contextualization around how that asset is performed long-term.
Because we have a number of conversations that touch upon CMMS, asset performance management, these enterprise systems.
Right.
Is that what we're talking about, or is it agnostic to those systems and you're sending data? How take us through sort of a structure of what you're mentioning.
Right. It all starts with getting the data, and we are data agnostic. So most of your major systems, so that's your CMMS systems or your historians, really any kind of structured data, it could be Excel spreadsheets if you want to, getting that into a centralized data platform that then can be accessible by an asset performance management type solution. So first we get the data, we plug it into our platform, and then the APM solution is really leveraging that data to then look at trends and find issues and tell you when you need to act.
So ABB is not getting into the CMMS business?
No, absolutely not. That business is one, I believe, the CMMS system and the historian business. And so we just want to be able to leverage the systems that our customers already have to help them more effectively plan.
And that's DCS, that's PLCs, that's all of the existing infrastructure. Is that right?
Yep. And I think really the only new addition is, there's a lot of balance of assets that don't have a wired solution where they're not currently feeding data. And so we have a wireless sensor as well to grab data.
Let me have that right now.
To also live stream data for those assets that don't have something already connected today. We can plug that in. It's really just kind of a glue and stick, long battery life. You're going to get vibration, temperature, acoustics, magnetic field. It's pretty amazing.
Right there. I'm pointing to it right now. It's seriously encased you can just tell that I could probably run over it with a car or a truck or a semi.
It's rated for hazardous environments for that very reason.
You could tell it is. And these are solutions. These devices are easily deployed.
That's right.
Nothing fancy.
We're not trying to sell 1 million sensors. We're trying to help our customers free their data, so to speak, so that they can make better decisions.
And the price point on this is reasonable?
Reasonable, yes. It's got to be, because it doesn't last forever. It has an extent, a battery life.
I'm not opening this thing up.
No.
I was just classic. I'm going, well, what if I have to change the path? How do I open this thing up?
That's right.
No, you can't do that. It's not meant to be that way. That is just spectacular. And so we're finding that ABB is in a position that truly wants to help, because you guys are in let's just be candid here. Every organization has something ABB.
Excited to say yes, I'm part of that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and then this is just this is interesting. It makes sense. Are you getting some good traction here at SMRP? We
are, and I'm really excited about the presentation later today. I think that we're going to have some exciting conversations during and after that presentation also.
Yeah. Now, are you a certified something?
I was in the past. I'm not anymore. I've let that stuff expire, but,
you need
PMP and all that other good stuff.
Oh, yeah. But now that you're here at SMRP, now you need to be a certified maintenance reliability I think that's it.
Yep.
I think that's CM, yeah, whatever it is. You need to be one.
I do.
Yes. And crack open the books and everything. All right. How does somebody get a hold of you, Stacy? Because you're just absolutely a delight.
Thank you very much. So you can reach out to me via email at Stacey, stacey.jones@us.abb.com, or my cell phone, 281-450-0964.
And if this whole ABB doesn't pan out, she's got a great job at podcasting. There it is.
Thanks for having me.
And why did you have to put an E with Stacy?
I'm going to ask my parents that.
Yeah, you should.
Because everyone spells it wrong. I'm either spelled wrong or called Tracy. One of the two.
I had to look at it and go, don't forget the E, Scott. Don't forget the E. I know you want to, but don't do it. All right, we're going to have all the contact information for Stacy with an E out on industrialtalk.com. We're broadcasting from SMRP 31. Come to 32 next year, most definitely, if you're not here. If you are here, still come to 32. And get engaged. Go out to smrp.org. smrp.org. Be engaged. That's what you want to do. We're going to have another great conversation shortly, and we're going to wrap it up on the other side. So stay tuned. We will be right back.
You're listening to the Industrial Talk Podcast Network.
I need for you to reach out to Stacy Jones, ABB. Find out more about what ABB is doing in the asset performance management space. That's a mouthful, but you get the picture. Reach out to Stacy. All her contact information is out on Industrial Talk. So reach out, find out more, connect with her. She's wonderful. All right. Industrial Talk is a platform for you, industrial professionals, businesses, to tell their story. I need for you to go out to industrialtalk.com, click on one of the buttons and say, Scott, I want to talk to you, and I want to be able to amplify my voice. I want to be able to expand my network. That's why Industrial Talk is here for you, because you are that important. So just go out there, no big deal, easy peasy, click, get a hold of it. Yes, it's a form, but you got to click on the form. Be bold, be brave, dare greatly. Hang out with Stacy, change the world. We're going to have another great conversation shortly, so stay tuned.